Rita from Valley Verde, and I'm going to show you how to do a basic drip irrigation on your raised garden bed. So we have some supplies here, and I'm going to go over the supplies so you know what you need. So we have here the main drip line. So this is a black 1.5 hose. It's the main line that's going to come from your water spout to the garden bed. So in order for you to find out the measurements, you want to go ahead and measure your drip line, your main line, with your bed to see how far you want it. This is an underground, so it's bigger than the bed, but this is what we're using to separate between these two beds. So I have already previously measured it. I have this tool here that cuts these kind of tubes. So it cuts the 1.5 tube and also the 1/4 tube. So all I did was get the tube, align it, and then just open this tool up, bring it in, and then cut. Simple as that. So that is the main line for the water. These are the drip lines with drip emitters installed. There are lines that don't have these, but this is the easiest one to install because it already has the holes in them. So you want to purchase this line. These already have been pre-cut, again, to the length of the raised bed. And then I use the 1/4 size to cut. So this is the drip line that you're going to be using inside the garden bed. And then we're moving on to the elbows. There's many different types of elbow connectors. These are the main ones that we're going to be using here. That's just a basic elbow. And these attach to the main line. All you do is squeeze them in or push them. And then here are little connectors that you're going to be putting into the emitter drip line. So this is an end cap. So at the end of your line, if you're not going to continue nowhere else, you want to put an end cap to stop the flow of water. And these are the barbed couplers that you will be putting at the other end, which will be going into the main drip line, and I'll show you that right now. So here we already have the main drip line ran across the raised bed. Here we have a clamp where it's 2 hose, and what it does is it pinches the edge of the hose, not allowing water to come out this side. So this is the end of our drip line. And then we use these clamps with nails to hold down the drip line. Then from here, we added an elbow connector because it's going to be going down the raised bed. And then here we added another elbow connector. It's going to be going across. So what we did is we trenched a little 3-inch hole here. We're going to be covering it so it's not exposed. So we ran it across, and then we put another connector. We added a few clamps here, clamps with nails to hold it in place. Ran it up, another elbow. So we continue to do that for the next raised beds. So to install the drip line with the emitters, what you have to do is use either one of these tools. I like using them both because one is easier to puncture because it's more slender at the tip, and then going a little bit bigger with this one. So this is the drip line that's going to be going across your raised bed, but because there we had to, because of the cement, we had to extend the drip line a little farther out, and the emitter here is going to hit the bed. So we have to use the line that doesn't have holes to extend it a bit. So we're going to be putting a piece here and then coupling it here so that the emitter is in place. So that's what you do when you have no way of not putting your main line where your emitter is not going to touch something. Let's say it's the cement, or you need to extend it a bit. So then you buy the drip line that doesn't have the emitters, that's pure solid, just the line. So here's what I'm going to install this here, this drip line. We can actually install it here because the main line is closer to the garden bed. So the emitter will actually fall into the soil. So what we're going to do is we're going to puncture a hole. So I like using the sharper one first. So I can do it this way. put it under the drip line and then push through the line to get that hole right there. So there's a hole, and then I use this one to make it a little bit bigger. And then I get the drip line and push it through. It's gonna take a little bit of strength here and a little bit of wiggling. And there it is. A pretty simple. And then you're just gonna run your line across the bed. So depending on the size of your bed, the width of your bed, here we're only doing 3 lines because our beds are 3 by 8. So it only needs 3 lines.